So you want to know how to sell an epoxy floor by knocking on somebody's door. What's up, epoxy business owner? This is the door-to-door sales training that you've always wanted. How do we sell an epoxy floor door-to-door? How do we knock on somebody's door and set an estimate? How do we knock on somebody's door and talk to them? It's weird, it's awkward, I don't like doing it. Well, guess what? I did it for 3 years. I sold pest control door to door every single day in the summertime, 110-degree heat in Arizona. I was out there busting my ass, selling pest control, having uncomfortable conversations about bugs. That's when I hopped out of the industry. I opened an epoxy flooring business, and for the first 2 months, the only thing that we did was we went around and we knocked on doors and we sold epoxy floors. So in this course, I'm going to teach you how to knock on a door, how to communicate with the customer so they understand that you're not like everybody else. You're not trying to sell them solar, roofing, pest control, security, all the other guys. What we have is actually going to transform their house and is actually going to be something that they want. But the most important thing, it's something that after we're gone, they're going to be thankful that we had stopped by and knocked on their door, because we're going to transform their ugly concrete into a beautiful work of art. The third thing is I'm going to show you how to pull back. We are knocking on their house. We cannot just knock on the door, give them a quote, and leave. You'll never get the deal. The way that you do this is you knock on the door, you go give them an estimate, and then you pull back. You don't give them the estimate yet. You go by, you talk to the rest of the neighbors, and you come back and you set a follow-up quote. When you come back to give them the follow-up quote, you're going to have 1 or 2 more things that you needed to go look at and take a test for, so that you can go back, you can show up, and you can give them the actual estimate once they've conceptualized in their head that this is a potential for them, that they want to do this epoxy project. That's the reason we pull back and come back and then close. The last thing is I'm going to show you how to come back and give them the actual estimate. How to ask them to go and sit down inside of their own home, pull up your computer and show them some options. How to actually turn a door knock into a real estimate, the same way that if you went and paid for a Facebook lead. You went to the house, you set the quote, you came back, and now you're giving them the quote, and now you're going into the close, just as if you set the appointment from a Facebook lead that came in or a Google person that filled out your website. Door-to-door, I believe, is the most underrated asset in the entire epoxy industry. The ability to go and talk to the neighbors and give them an estimate, because it's something that has already been paid for in the area and you already have validity in the area. Learning how to do this is going to change your guys' business. You do not always have to pay for customers. You can pay and run advertisements on Facebook and generate jobs. Once you have that job, you have all these people around it that probably want the same thing. And so learning how to sell all of these people is how you're going to scale to 7 figures.